Hello. I'm sorry that I'm late. One of my children needed to chat, and my kids always have to be first. So I chatted. Look at this wheel. This wheel is going to get me through the whole weekend and get ready to kick off Monday with everything on this wheel completed or written down in a longer to-do list format. I will also kick off by showing you the progress that I have made on Chucky. Well, so this is all I have left from the star up. That's it. Everything else is finished. You can see it better when I take the paper off. It won't stick anyway because there's no sticky part. But anyway, that's everything that's done on my Chucky picture. So I'm going to be working on that while I listen to my audiobook. My current audiobook is Ashes to Admin, which is about what happens to people when they die and their family, there is no family, or their family doesn't have money to do a funeral. So it's been very interesting. And I'm written with just the right amount of humor, I feel like. Anyway, we're just going to do a first 25-minute sprint to get everything set up. I also have food here. I made a bowl of oatmeal because I could not come up with anything else to have. It is fine. He just was wanting to chat about some stuff. Hi, Livia. No, Django. We're about to get up, okay? I got to go upstairs. I forgot to put my protein powder stuff in my oatmeal. So I've got to go get a scoop of that and dump it in and stir everything up. And I have 3 drinks here ready to go. I have a tea, I have a tangerine lime water, and I have my giant water bottle. Ron is getting on the airplane right now, and we are going to be here hanging out until he lands and I have to go pick him up from the airport. So he has a direct flight, but it's still going to be like, well, he's going to lose 2 hours on the way over because he's in Denver. Oh, nice. I'm glad you got a long ways. Good morning, Jana. Culinary crime. I can't believe it's been 11 months either. I love that you're sprinting and it's not even Friday. Y'all, honestly, the reason I'm sprinting is because I have sat here. It is 11:40 in the morning at my house, and I have filmed one video, and that's literally all I've done. And I'm like, I have to do something else. What's going to motivate me? Chatting with everyone. So you see, I just put Django behind me, and now we're about to have to get up. But whatever, he's fine. Livia, I had a group of friends in high school. There were 5 of us, and one of them was Olivia, and we called her Livy or Livia all the time. So every time I say your name, I think about Olivia. You're reading Catabasis or Catabasis. I saw her say that people are very specific about the way they pronounce it, but she still doesn't know the right way because people are very sure that they're right when they say it different ways. So the author of I'm saying Catabasis because that's the way I've always pronounced that word, even though I don't know what it is. Jana is reading The Lost World by Michael Crichton. Nice. Is that after Jurassic Park, or is it not in that world? And I think it is. Michael Crichton wrote Jurassic Park, I hope. It is a lot of task, but it's getting me through the weekend. So don't be surprised if there are sprints from now to Sunday, not nonstop, but yes. Because the things that need to get done today are the things that have the bigger slices of the pies. So I've got to edit a client's video, and I have to edit and finalize 2 videos for myself. Everything else just needs to happen by Sunday night so that I am ready to kick off Monday with like a whole new perspective. Yeah, I knew it's a word because I know I've seen it or heard it. I just don't know how it's been pronounced or whatever. You have 5 books left for Aurelium, 180 chapters, and 1 book has no chapters. Do you divide them up by chapters like that? That's so funny. Hello, Michael. Good morning. 2nd book in Jurassic Park. Okay, cool. You're working on Three Shattered Souls by Mai Corlin today and some manga. So my main book is Ashes to Admin. When I finish that, I will be reading Love is a Revolution. This is not the right board, but let me get my September board up here. I'm down to 3 books, y'all. I have 3 books left. It's been so nice with Ron gone. I've literally done nothing but read when I was not working. So this is all I have left. The problem is both of these books are on hold on Libby, and they say available soon, and they have said available soon for like the last 3 or 4 days. So the number of times that I refresh that Libby hold section on my phone to just see if maybe now. And so who knows when it's going to work, but hopefully it's going to work eventually, and they're going to be available. So Love is a Revolution is next, but it's only like 3 hours. I mean, 6 hours, but 3 hours. So I don't know. I'm still working on Ashes to Admin. I have 1 hour left. My reading speed, 1 hour left in that. And then I will read Love is a Revolution, which is 3 hours. So hopefully by the time I've read all of that, one of these books will be available. They're both long books. So if one of them becomes available, I feel like by the time I read the other one, then the other one will be available. So I don't know, but that's it. That's all I have left for September are these 3 books after I finish Ashes to Admin, which since I'm not done with it, it goes like this. Also, Ashes to Admin is set in England. If someone had told me the premise of this book, I would not have guessed that it was England, but it is. It's been very interesting to see how some of that government stuff works in a different country. So it's kind of cool. All right. Sorry. Hold on. I can't do books by page because Kindle Unlimited books don't have the same page amounts as Goodreads. So I decided to do chapters instead. Okay, cool. I had Jurassic Park in my TBR this month, but I don't think I can because you have 4 others that are priorities. Too many books, not enough time. That should be tattooed across my head. Too many books, not enough time. I will be dividing a physical book up in chapters next month. I can't find the audio anywhere but Audible, and I own it physically and don't want to use the credit for it. That is exactly how I feel about a lot of my books. I'm like, I don't want to use the credit. Karaya, you tell me how to say your name. Good morning. I finished my September TBR and now I can't decide what to read next because I'm saving everything for October readathons. Oh my gosh. I know how that feels. I have my October readathon book ready to go, but I can start it one day early. My team was a runner-up last year in Trick or Treat-a-thon, so I can start one day early. And so I will be starting on the 30th to read one of my Trick or Treat-a-thon books. I'll be working on finishing. Oh, you're working and finishing the Gingerbread Cafe today. Nice. And Michael came up with books for all the prompts in the long walk, but I won't be planning on using the board. I'll be using another readathon to pick the order. Oh, so you're just going to read them and then go wherever you go on the board? That is interesting. I want to know what happens with that. Hello, Sue. You're house cleaning during sprints. Your daughter is starting to move back home today. You're still cleaning out your husband's bedroom a year later. He had so much paperwork. Oh, I'm sorry. I know that's not easy at all. Leanne has 2 audios that are not needed for anything that you want to read, but you're forcing yourself to finish Aurelium first. I don't know where I am at Aurelium. I need to enter this book, and I need to enter all 3 of these books, and then I'm done with Adrian. And Emmeline, I need to enter this book. As soon as I finish this book, I'll enter it, and then I can enter these 2. I can't enter these till I finish Foundry Side, and I have to finish Hollowpox. So, yeah. I know, Culinary. I can't just land where I land on the board. No, that sounds like absolute, I don't know. My brain would not like that at all. All right. We're going to jump in for 25 minutes. I'm going to go get what I need for my food. It's breakfast, really. It's oatmeal, but it's 11:45 in the afternoon. Wow, Leanne. Wow. I'm so sorry that you just learned that. But yes, JD Robb is Nora Roberts. That's really funny. Okay. Hello, Avastu. We're headed to our first sprint. Let's go. Oh my gosh, I had to do so many things to get ready to talk to y'all. Well, I made it through, there's 24 colors in this diamond painting, and I made it through 10 on this next little section that I'm doing. So I'll have to do the other 14 if I spin it again. And how long do I have left in my book? 45 minutes at my speed. So let's see. So, okay, apparently quite a few of us / y'all did not know that J.D. Robb is Nora Roberts. I guess it was way more publicized back in the 90s when these books first started coming out. I almost knocked my dice off. Hold on. And to me, the books are not similar at all. Like, I haven't read a ton of her contemporary stuff, but I have read over 60 of the J.D. Robb books, and I don't think I would have been able to tell that J.D. Robb is Nora Roberts. There's so many things that's different about the In Death books as opposed to the other ones that... But if you're reading an In Death book and you flip to the author page on the back, it clearly says Nora Roberts. Like, she was not trying to hide. I just remember when those books first came out and everybody was like, oh, Nora Roberts is writing as someone else and she's doing a mystery kind of thing. It's a police procedural is exactly what it is. And it moves really, really slowly. So we'll see. Sorry, I was just holding this tea in my hand. I was like, I have to finish this tea. Okay. Let me get caught up. Olivia has 2 books to finish for Aurelium, but you can't start one because you're waiting for a readathon. Oh, for the weekend readathon. Nice. You loved her books, so now you have more that you can look for. I definitely think the first book is worth a read. There are people out there who have done lots of videos and even blog posts about how you can start with her books. Like, you don't have to start at the very beginning. That's 60-something pages. 60-something books, like I just said. So, yeah, I did do a couple years ago, December in Death. And I just read as many of them as I could in December because I had so many left to catch up on. And so that's what I did. I don't know that that is the best way to do it. While she does have a core group of characters, the thing moves very slowly, meaning that if you're literally following them 1 week at a time, and there may be a week in between one book, but then you just pick up the next one. So it picks up right where that left off. So in the 60-something books, we've only progressed like 3 years. So I don't know. And the main character her name is Eve Dallas, and her name is Eve Dallas because she chose that name for herself. Her childhood is horribly disgusting. And if you want to know, like, specifically what happens and what goes on, I will let you know. You can message me privately and we'll talk about it. But it is in the first few books, she's really dealing with that. And when I say first few, I kind of mean the first 10 to 12 books. She's really dealing with that, and it is in there a lot. And so that goes away as you get further and further in the series. And there are references to it, but it's more of like I've dealt with that trauma. And while it's still a part of her, it's not what's defining her like it was before. And they're not romance books. They fall in love in the first book and they're together from then on. There's no more, they're not romance. However, there are spicy scenes in every single book because it's still Nora Roberts. But anyway, okay. Sue is having issues with her cat. I'm so sorry. Blue Smoke by Nora Roberts is one of your favorites. I haven't read that. I read her new Mirror series or whatever it's called, The Brides or something like that. I really enjoyed it. I have not read Nora Roberts since, like her actual Nora Roberts, since probably the mid to late 90s. And I was like, meh, I just didn't want to like jump in and read all of them. So I don't know. I just haven't read a ton of hers, but I did pick one up because it was at our library when I worked at the library in North Dakota. And I really liked it. And then I was like, oh my gosh, this is a new series. I thought I was picking up an old trilogy that I could read really quickly. And it ended on such a cliffhanger. It made me really angry. But anyway, I have put the second book on hold at the library. We'll see when I get it. You're afraid of the stigmatism. I get, not the eye thing. They're all going to be like horribly cheesy Harlequin books with Fabio on the cover. You know, maybe. I would say no to Nora Roberts. She even in the past, I feel like she kind of steered clear of that formulaic kind of situation that a lot of romance writers fell into. I have zero idea why Django's whining. If y'all can hear him, I'm sorry. Other than the fact that he just made my back so hot sitting up here behind me. You were looking for a pen name author and found it. Oh, I'm sorry. I legitimately thought that just everybody knew it, which is so dumb of me. Why would people just know that? Okay. Michael, it's hard for me to pick up a later book. Absolutely. That's why I started at the beginning. I want it to be accessible to people who don't want to read 60 something books. And so people have gone through and been like, this is an okay place to start. You'll kind of get caught up with who all the side people are. And then you're good to go. She very rarely has the bad guys or any of that stuff carry over into other things. Usually everything gets wrapped up in one book, kind of like a TV show. That's why it is called a procedural. But also, if you don't like those, if you don't like we get a case, we solve the case, and it's the same people, like we go to the coroner and we go to all the different people that work in the police department and do all the different things, just like a CSI episode. If you don't like that, don't pick it up, because that's exactly what it is through 60 something books. So yeah, stigma. So it's definitely not a bad idea to have different names for different styles. I agree completely. That is the same reason that people are like, don't put everything about you, everything that you like to do in one YouTube channel. You should create multiple channels for smaller interest groups, right? So the people who want to read mysteries and procedurals are going to pick up those books, but they wouldn't necessarily expect that from the name Nora Roberts. So I like it. Sue agrees that they are not alike at all. Yeah, I don't think so either. But like somebody like Stephen King, like I feel like I could read a book. This is me probably bragging too much, but I feel like I could read a book and tell you if Stephen King wrote it or not. I just feel like that no matter what he tries to do, whether he's writing horror or fantasy or mystery, I just think I know what his voice sounds like. And I think he can't change his arthurial voice or whatever that's called. All right. I know I haven't read Culinary Crime. I can't believe you haven't read Nora Roberts. That's true. I do like... Oh, you're up to date on In Death, Marie. I've read a few of her romances as well, but not a lot. Blue Smoke has a little bit of a mystery, trying to find a pyro. Nice. And Tartan Fairy just got the new J.D. Robb book from the library. Nice. Olivia decided what I'll read for Scarathon. Okay. You going to tell us? Speaking of that... Y'all know I cannot say no to things. And somebody in this chat shared this nonsense. Nope. Where is it? Where is it? I don't have it in here? Oh, Debbie Macomber. Why do I not have it in here? I saved it. Oh, I just didn't upload it yet. Hold on. Here's one. Okay, this is nonsense. Do you see this? 2025 backlog board of books. I almost started doing this, literally supposed to last the whole year. And I was like, well, I could just start in October. No, Amanda, no, you cannot. gone. It's gone. Next one was 52 books in 52 weeks. And I was like, oh my gosh, look how cute this is. I want to do all of these, but I can start in October. No, you can't, Amanda. No, you can't. We're done. Oh, but I am going to do this one. Okay, but I'm not starting in October. I'm going back to the beginning of the year, and I'm going to mark off each of the states that I've read. I'm already tracking this, right? So I'm just going to mark this off, all the states that I've read, and that's what I'm going to do. The other thing, the other thing, I don't have a copy of it because I watched it on my phone last night. That's why it's not here. This one, yes, I'm going to do. Those other ones, Marie, I do want to start in January, but I feel like this Bridge 4 books will come out with new ones. So don't worry. I will definitely be sharing those at the end of December or whenever they come out with all their yearly things. I'm going to be sharing them. I don't know who designs these either, but I think they're done so well, whoever is in charge of this. Anyway, so I want to put this actually not here. Django, still whining. I want to put it on my September one to remind me to go back and fill it in. And then whatever I don't get filled in will copy over to October. So we don't need that there. No, what I'm going to be doing, I know, Olivia, I do too. But I'm making myself wait until January. Marie is going to be the voice of reason for me. We're waiting until January, Marie. Just remind me of that when I start getting ridiculous. So what we're going to do, I am going to do the Halloween one. That is a year long. It starts in October and goes all the way to the end of September next year. So I got to go find that and actually pull it up. But why don't I just add that as another to-do list? Get the Halloween board out. And this is from Culinary Crime. She shared it yesterday and she was like, oh, I've got my TBR picked for this. And then my stupid brain went, oh, what is that? Let's do that. That's something new to do. Okay. Have I lost a dice? I have a D20, a D12. Oh, I'm missing a D6 and a D8. What? What in the world? Okay, that's fine. I'll just use my D10 and my D4. Maybe it'll average itself out. I know. That's how I'm going to be next year when it comes to the 52 book challenges. I'm sure. Okay, here we go. Let's see how long we're sprinting. Well, I rolled a 7 and a 5. That's 12. And a 1 is 13. And an 11 is 24. Well, almost 25. 24. Set the time. Also, I can write down here what I'm doing. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to spin my wheel right now after I shuffle, spin. I will definitely be posting the info about it. Oh, okay, cool. This is going to be, I want y'all to tell me when you notice this in a video, because I want to start when I get to the end of my videos saying, okay, we talked about da-da-da in this video. And if you want to see more about it, you want this video right here. Yes, I stole that from Jashi Corinne, Jess, as her name is. But I think it's fantastic because when she tells me that the next one I want to watch is right there, that's true. I do want to watch it. I'm like, yeah, let me click that. So I'm going to start setting up some of those for some of my videos. I think it'll be fun. And Culinary Crime, you said you have 4 of those 52 book challenges. Feel free to share those over in the Discord. Maybe I'll make a little space over there real quick to that just says, yeah, I think I'll put it under the chatting thing that just says reading challenges, and then everybody can share any reading challenges that they do over there. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to do it right now, and then we'll be back in 24 minutes. I'm going to hide this, maybe? No, I'm just going to close it for right now, and let's see how far I get in it. Okay, I will see y'all back in 20. Oh, Tartan Fairy, link to my Discord. Hold on. I really need to set up some actual mods in here. It can share links for me. Okay, generate a new link, copy it. I mean, that's exactly what you need is a new. There you go. It should also be in the description, but there, just in case. There it is right there. Yes, I love her as well, Livia. And I last night I'm in her membership. It's one of the only two. I do two memberships on YouTube, and she is one of them. And she did a members thing last night, starting to like break down her October goals. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is so good. Like just listening to somebody else's thought process as they're doing that, it is fantastic. Okay, the 52 book club drops prompts in mid-November, and Pop Sugar is always around the beginning of December. Thank you, Tartan. We're pretty chill over there. Like there's not a ton of discussions that happen. I just saw you pop up in the welcome spot. But I mean, people are always around, it seems like, to chat if anybody wants to talk about stuff. So I'm going to. What am I doing this time? Oh yeah, I'm setting up the watch me at the end of the video. What's next? Y'all. Okay, 24 minutes. I'll see you back here. Okay. Wow, I see that y'all have shared quite a few things over there while I was not looking. Nice. Oh my gosh, this might not be the best idea. Okay. I love that you said glad we're here to keep you from getting distracted because I totally forgot what I was doing over here. Hi, Rachel. So, how much time do I have left in this book? I'm not taking it off the list until I'm finished. I have 32 minutes left at my speed. Oh my gosh, it's so good, y'all. It's called Ashes to Admin. I could not find it on my Libby. I ended up having to use a credit on Libro FM to get it, but that's okay. It's so good. It's called Tales from the Caseload of a Council Funeral Officer. And I mean, it's just so good. She's talking about the fact that, well, she takes it one case at a time. And the case she just did is of an unidentified woman that they found. And she's talking about how she posted it online to see if just anybody knew her, and the amount of people who showed up at her funeral. There was even, they had to turn some people away. There were so many people that tried to show up at the funeral just because she didn't have anybody, and they wanted to be there for her. Anyway, it's very, very good. It keeps making me want to cry, but okay. So I'm putting my thing away. I've still not finished that section. I got all the way to number 19 because first I did my watch next videos, which I just made a whole bunch of options for me to use on that. And then I just used the rest of the time to listen. Wow. You went from page 33 to 129. That's nice. Okay, Culinary shared all the annual ones you do in January, also the popular ones that start other times too. Like r/fantasy starts in April, and the horror one that starts in, oh, nice. I get to play in my journal. I want to show y'all what the journal looks like. I mean, I'm going to show this in a video in the, well, I think it's in the video that I'm supposed to be editing today. Oh no, I don't even have that on my edit list for some reason. Okay. I saw you doing the one for Jess, Jashi Corinne, the website I've been talking about, or the YouTube channel I've been talking about forever. I mean, I've been watching her for years. I don't know why I just now started talking about her, but oh, you're on 33 out of 129. Okay. The Goober Club is from Jashi. Yeah. I think they're going to keep going next year as well. Okay. Anyway, this is the color scheme for my last quarter of the year. I'm kind of just using these neutrals, but there's one that's a little bit pink and there's one that's a little bit yellow. I ended up changing it from that actual pink. This is the whole quarter broken down here, and I have just penciled in the things that I'm planning to do, so you can't see it on here. But then I have a page for all of my goals and my weekly focuses. I literally just copied Jess's stuff. I have a double page spread for all of my physical health related things that I want to track. And I have one that says phone in jail ? And I have to mark down whether I put my phone in jail or not on that one. And then I am going to track my reading in here, but only by doing the bookshelf over here. And I have a place where I'm going to track our date nights right here, A to Z date nights for the 13 weeks. We're not doing a date night every week because there's a couple of weeks Ron's gone out of town, and then 1 week we're all gone. And then I've got weeks 1 and 2 that I have to work on, and then what I'm about to set up right now, which is Monday. I'm so excited. It all kicks off on Monday. The 29th is the beginning of the last cycle, the last 3 cycles of the year to be the last 12-week cycle. Don't do it. I'm stopping you. Oh, I stopped it 2 seconds before it meowed. Anyway, so that's what I'm about to work on during this sprint a little bit. I read the Chesapeake Bay series. That one sounds really familiar to me. So that could be the one that I read. I really like Cat Book Nerds. Yes, that's got the pretty Read the Stars. That's a beautiful I think that's where the Bridge 4, whatever it's called. I think that's where they came from. It's a Facebook group and also a Discord. So if you'd rather do Facebook, I think Culinary Crime is doing it on Facebook. So it's called Cat's Book Nerds if you want to do it on Facebook instead of that. The only one that doesn't have chapters. It's your guild book for Aurelium. Oh, you don't like it? I don't read my guild books. I have already got my TBR set by the time we start voting on those things. So I just don't even vote because I don't want to take away. Like, I don't want to vote for a book I'm not going to read. So, I really like the graphics that they do on that Bridge 4 books. I think that whoever does it is very, like, they have to be gifted in graphics or something, because mine always look like, okay, that's decent, but it's missing something. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but mine always feel just basic. They're good enough, but they're not, I don't know. Okay. I'm about to roll again. We're going to see what we're going to be doing. Oh, I rolled a 20 and a 10, so that's 30. And then on the D12, I rolled a 1, 31, and a 3, 34. Oh, the Horror-thon. You shared that over there, Leanne? Is that the one that goes for the whole year from, I think that's the one that goes. My r/fantasy, I'm probably going to do the same thing with the horror. I tend to just check in with it like every few months and be like, what have I read that will fit in here? Because I need to plan mine and then like do it. Does that make sense? You need 41 minutes to finish your book, not 30. I don't know what I just said, 33, 34. But how much do I need to finish my book? 32, but I don't think I'm reading during this. I'm updating my journal for Monday. That's what I need to do, is just check those. But I'm so bad about it. I mean, y'all have seen on my 50 before 50 list, I didn't check it. And now I have 40 books to read in October, and 3 of them are on my 50 before 50. And that's because I added them at the very end when I was like, oh, I need to add more 50 before 50 books. That's what happens. Oh, the Horror-thon is just for October, but you have to figure out who the killers are. Okay. I think that might be a little too much for me. I have read one. I have drank 1 out of my 4 drinks over here, so I need to get to drinking my. Oh, see, I don't ever go on Storygraph either. It's hard enough for me to keep up with things over on Goodreads. So you don't have to read horror. You just need to follow the prompts. All right. Sorry, I'm reading Tartan Fairy's post over in the Discord about what they do for the yearly stuff. Wow. We're going to have a lot of ideas, and y'all are going to have to stop me from trying to do them all. Okay, that's it. I know. There are only 5 total prompts over there. You just need to follow the prompts. I like that Storygraph does that. I tried to give up on Goodreads. I don't know. I just need to pick a place and actually stick to it, because I feel like I keep switching halfway through the year. I'm like, okay, well, let me do this one. Well, let me do this one. And then I tried doing both. And I was like, girl, you can't even do 1, much less 2. Don't do that. Nice. Okay. 34 minutes. See you back here. Sorry you can't finish your book, Marie.
If your pet goes from weird to weirder.
Breaking news on Jimmy Kimmel and autism.
Jimmy Kimmel coming back to late night television.
ABC chose to bring back their low rating nighttime host.
We are in for a monologue that will be a marker in late night show history.
It's going to be in a moment.
Yeah, no question, a huge moment in American history.
It's one of the most pivotal moments.
so sorry for that. And you didn't hear the cat going off. Wesley came in and was talking to me about a clip, and I was like, okay, let me pull it up. So we all got to hear that ad about your pet while I was waiting, because I was on my account that doesn't have YouTube Premium, and so I had to wait for it. Anyway, I was catching the Jimmy Kimmel monologue coming back, his first night back monologue. I just wanted to hear what he had to say, and I thought that it was fantastic. Anyway, we're not going to get into political stuff, just to say, you know, be kind. And if you're not kind, then I don't want you to be here. So, okay. I finished my Monday plan, which I started writing down all these things, and I was like, oh my gosh, there's a lot of stuff. I'm starting to freak out. It's not a lot of stuff. It's just that normally it's things that I do without writing it down. But this time I really want to write it down. I want to not talk about, but in my brain, like tell myself, you have accomplished these things. Be happy about it. This dog. So I wrote down more things than I usually do on a Monday, and my brain went a little bit like, okay, stop it. And also, like, I'm filming, editing, and finalizing one video, and that's it. I'm not editing another thing. I'm not doing the rest of the things, you know? So I just normally would write that as one thing, like film, edit, and finalize this video. Well, this time I wrote it as 3 different things, because it takes 3 different like sections and ways that my brain works to film something, to edit something, and then finalize something. I remember when he was a co-host on When Ben Signs Money as well. I loved that show so much. Anyway, but that's another thing. Like, there was I was watching a live stream the other night, and there were not that many people participating in the comment section, but counting the people on the stream, there were 3 people on the stream. At one point there was 4, then there were 3 people on the stream, and there were probably 3 or 4 people in the comments that I knew. And somebody asked a political question about the U.S. politics, and I was like, listen, there's one person on the screen in front of you that is from the U.S., one person, and counting me, there are 2 people in the chat that live in the States. So we're not discussing U.S. politics with 3 Americans, and then who knows how many people who are not Americans. Like, anyway, just like, this is not the time or the place to talk about this. Like, go get some friends and talk if you want to. Or find a Discord group. I'm sure there is one that wants to talk about it. Rachel, me too. Although I did, you know, we live really close to DC, and I did tell my child, I was like, listen, anytime you would like to protest or you want to stand up for whatever, I will drive you there. I will be there with you. We can go do it together. Just so he knew it was a possibility. But I need to know what it is first before I should show up and start protesting. So anyway, I got my Monday planned out is really what I was trying to say. And I finished my book. She's at the very, very end of the book. I was listening to that for a minute before Wesley came in, and she was talking about the postlude to the book, which is where she just kind of updated a couple of the cases that she had talked about. So I do technically still have 3 minutes left in the book. So I will definitely be finishing that before I start whatever the next thing is, which I'm about to spin and find out what it is as I roll my dice. And then I think Django's going to go hang out with Wesley. Y'all, I went from a D20 to a 1. I mean, I went from a 1, from a 20 to a 1 on this D20. That is right, Marie. That I know. So I need to edit and finalize the events video. Now I should be able to edit that video. Okay, everything else I rolled the 1, which is dumb, but then I rolled an 11, so that's 12, and an 8, which is 20, and then a 4, so 24 minutes. That is not bad at all. 24 minutes. I'm going to finish this book while I'm getting the thing loaded up to edit, so that'll be nice. And then I'll just have to do the rest. Yeah. We've been having a lot of discussions in our house about religion being separated from politics as well. So anyway, all right, Marie, have 8 minutes left. There you go. Even though it's enemies to lovers, I hope that you get it. So Andy, me too. You're right. Most YouTube chats and book convos, it doesn't come up. We were literally talking about books too. It was in a book chat and somebody came on and asked a question about politics. And I was like, no, we're not talking about that. We're not talking about that right now. This is not the place. Right. That's what I'm saying. You're welcome on my channel as long as you come with kindness and respect. Without it, people can go somewhere else. Okay. And I think that is what has happened, honestly, is that we have drawn just the nicest people. Everything has always been nice. I have not had one issue. Not one person has sent me a DM on Discord saying so-and-so was rude or I don't like people, this person has been saying or whatever. I have never had any of that stuff. So I think that it has, we have somehow just drawn in the nice people. I have somebody on my Sims channel who comments over there occasionally because they're very upset that I have a membership and that I load up videos early for my members. They don't want to wait for the videos. And so they want to know why I do that. So I do have somebody over there that continues to comment and say like, oh, this is the reason I stopped watching your channel to begin with. And I was like, then keep moving. I do not have any more new pictures of the cats. My mother-in-law fell in her driveway on Sunday and she still has her arm in a sling. Apparently the father-in-law fell at some point, or he's not fallen, but he's got hip problems and his legs are not being strong. And the doctor told him to start riding the bike, get on their stationary bike to get his legs strengthened up. So hopefully the two of them will start feeling good and get me some more pictures. She did FaceTime me the other day and she said, look, and she had my cat Peach like all up on her neck. She said, look at her laying up here. So, oh, Leanne, I love it when that happens. I love when you're reading a book and you're like, oh my gosh, I have 30 pages left. And you flip the page and you're like, oh, what? This is the last page? What? Yes. I love when they do a little preview at the end. It always throws me off. Okay. So I'm going to go start this video edit and we will come back in 24 minutes. I'm going to edit. They did not trip over the kittens. They have a gravel driveway and my mother-in-law was going out of the car into the house and there's a little hole or something, a divot, and I guess she just tripped in it and fell. So I'm going to edit my Sims video during this sprint. Okay, I'll see y'all back in 24 minutes. I'm also going to have it muted because I'm going to be editing, which means my Sims video will be playing and you'll hear the audio from that. So I'll try to remember to turn it back on before the cat goes off. But I'll see y'all in 24. Okay, y'all didn't hear the cat. I thought I had time to finish it. So apparently I didn't. Also, I finished my book, but then there is a 15-minute interview at the end with her. And she used to be a comedian. I think that's so funny. And she stopped being a comedian, but she's being interviewed by somebody in 2022 when I think the book came out in 23. And so he's interviewing her in 2022 and they did comedy together. And he's like, how did you get here? And also, I think the book did a really good job of bringing through your ability to see situations in the way that you see them. So anyway, I thought it was fantastic. I really loved it. Admin to Ashes. So good. Okay. Where are we? The Lost Hero by Rick Riordan. You're on page 57. Awesome. Marie, finished your book. And now you're going to continue your last Aurelium. Leanne, just when I think I'm understanding my book, something happens and I find myself confused. What are you reading? It's a really short one, huh? And Stephanie is still at work, taking it easy the next couple of days, reading though. So you're ready for the long walk and trick or treat-a-thon. Yes, I am doing the same. I'm not going to spin my wheel yet because I clearly need to finish editing this, but I'm 13 minutes in. There's only 18 minutes on the thing, so it shouldn't take long. Hello, Nikki. Welcome over here. Ooh, you're going to make some chili. So I've been thinking my meal plan, my meal prep is going to happen this weekend for my meals next week for my lunches. And I either am going to make this chicken noodle soup thing that I love in the crock pot, or I'm going to make chili. And it's really not cold enough here yet for chili. So I think I'm going to do the chicken noodle soup first. And maybe next week I will make the chili. But I also have a taco soup recipe that I love. And I have been craving vegetable soup. That's so weird. I literally saw a package yesterday of like mixed vegetables, frozen mixed vegetables. And I was like, oh, I'm dying for some vegetable soup. I didn't get it. I didn't get it because I'd already made a plan about the noodles. So I think I'm going to stick with that for my plan for next week will be the noodles. But then maybe the week after that, I will, I'll maybe do the vegetable soup. Anyway, I'm really, really craving it for some reason. The River Has Roots. It took a lot to get into it, which is sad. It's only 100 pages long. Yeah, okay. Oh, yay, the Little Bean app. You were craving the Lipton cup of soup. Nice. I don't know why I haven't been using that, Andy. I have the app and I've used it for a while. And then for some reason, just like right now, I'm not using it. So I'm definitely going to turn it on for the sprint. Let me open it up. It's called Focus Friend. If anybody wants to go get it, maybe it'll show. Anyway, it has a little bean on it. Oh my gosh. Seriously? It has a little bean, dude. You can see that I've done nothing but get one plant for my little room. That's all I've done so far. And you just hit focus and he knits things while you're working and you say how many minutes you're going to work and he knits while you work. And then however many socks or whatever he's knitting he makes, you can trade those in to get things to decorate the room. So it's adorable. And you can also pay money and buy extra beans. They have a Hank bean and a John bean. It's fantastic. Anyway. Okay, wait, what did you say? What is my bean's name? Benny the Bean is what I did. Yeah, and it says Benny needs help focusing today. So, and I'm going for a whole theme in this one, and then I'm going to go back. There are a bunch of us doing the long walk and on a bunch of different teams. Yes. I think Culinary Crime might be the only one that, no, she's not the only one on my team. Stephanie, whose team are you on? Marie, you're Blaze, right? I think. I might be confused. If y'all are doing the long walk readathon in October, tell us what team you're on. I will forgive you if you're not on my team, mostly because, you can't pick it. They did add a new room. I saw it. I saw that they had added it. Not on my app. I saw it on somebody else's app that they added a living room, which you can unlock for 1,000 socks. But there's still so many things that I need to decorate in this room down here. And what was it that I was going for now? I don't remember because they have all these different things. Oh, Lo-Fi Dark is what I'm going to be doing. Oh, Chelsea is with us. Okay. Oh, Stephanie is on my team too. Okay, that's what I thought because I thought I saw you in the chat over there. But there's a lot of people that I saw in the main chat and then you're not in my team chat. And so it's confusing, like who's been in that one and who's... Oh, Isana is also on Blaze. That's okay. That's okay. Leanne is on Running Man. Blaze is Ian's team, and I like being on Ian's team. So I would probably pick... Yeah, you're on Blaze also. There you go. I know. I'm excited about the living room now that you've reminded me that this app exists. So I'm definitely going to use it. Let's see how long we're going to be using for this. 7 and a 5, which is 12, and a 10, which is 22, and a 2, which is 24. Jana, you're on my team. Also, I know you sent me a DM, and I did read it, and I'm not ignoring you. I just need to get back over there and write you back. Where's my little Pomodoro cat? Here it is. We are, what did I say? I was at 22 plus 2. 24. Again, the same? I was really over here trying to change something. And we're at 24 minutes again. Okay, so let me change my time on Bean to 20. It might have to be 25 minutes. Yeah, 25 minutes on my Bean. Okay, Benny is going to knit, and we'll see how many socks he knits in 25 minutes. And I'm going to read. You're not on my team for either one of them. Oh, yeah. If you're in Trick or Treat-a-thon, I'm on Team Candy. You can tell me what team you're on over there for Trick or Treat-a-thon. I've been on Team Candy for 5 years. The same team for 5 years. So it's time for us to win again. We win every other year, and we won year 3, but not year 4. So year 5, we're ready to go. I started my little bean a little bit early. There's a debate about the beans having a little butt on it. Not a debate, but people were like, why'd you do that, Hank? And Hank was like, I don't know. I just felt like it needed a little butt. So Team Monster, Team Candy. There you go, Isana. That's how you do it. We're on the same team over there. Okay, 24 minutes starting now. I don't know why I sang that, but okay. I am really liking my Kindle book. My secret Kindle book. I can't tell you what it is yet, but I'm just kidding. It's called Which Way After 40. Is that what it's called? Which Way After 40, and it's spelled WITCH, witch. She just found out she's a witch. I mean, she didn't just find out. I'm 40% into the book, but the book kicks off with her finding out. Anyway, I'm watching my husband's plane go across the sky over here. Oh, I was going to tell y'all also how many socks Benny made. Okay, Benny. Let's see. He's celebrating it. Come on. 32 socks. He didn't make any scarves. I think I have to do that. So anyway, I'm at 86 total socks right now on Benny. And I would have picked it up and looked at it because I said I'm watching my husband's flight, and I did pick up my phone to go, okay, based on traffic right now, how long is it going to take me to get to the airport? And then I was like, no, Benny is busy and I can't do that right now. So I'm looking at it right now. It's going to take me arrivals section, 30 minutes to get there to the airport. So usually the plan is he will text as soon as he lands. And then by the time I get there and drive to him, he's ready. And like he's gone through and picked up his stuff and all that. Yeah, you can't pick up your phone because if you pick up your phone while he's busy knitting, he has to stop knitting. And you want him to keep knitting. So it is Hank Green's app. Yes, it's called Focus Friend. And it's got the little bean on the picture of it. Anyway, it'll also play music. You can listen to audiobooks while you do it as well, which I didn't realize at first. And then one of you guys told me that you could listen to audiobooks, so I started doing that. And then I just forgot about it. So I'm glad, Andy, that you mentioned it again today. I need to move it to like maybe my main homepage so I'll notice it. The little bean is adorable. I know. Okay, so his plane is going to be landing. We're going to just do a quick 15-minute final sprint. Let's see what I'm going to be working on. I like it, Nikki, so far anyway. Good. This will be a good 10-minute. Wait. Okay, yes. This will be a good 10-minute thing for me to do. I just need a place in my planner where I can put things, future things, like things that are on this list that I don't get done, and then any other future plans that I come up with. Future me problems is what Jess calls them. I think I'm just going to call it a future log. But anyway, I need to make that in my book. So we're going to do 15 minutes. You named him Mr. Bean. That's awesome. We'll do 15 minutes, and then that'll give me time to get ready, get changed, do whatever else I need to do before I go get him. Well, I think about things. Like I was literally reading that book, and then I was like, oh, I need to see how long it's going to take me to get to the airport. And when I reached up here to get the thing, I was like, oh, no, never mind. Benny is busy, so I don't want to interrupt him. So anyway, mine is set for 15 minutes right now. Oh no, but at least you're almost done. You only have like 10 pages left, maybe less than that. So hopefully you will finish it. And I'm going to make my future log, and then I'm going to go get Ron from the airport. He's been gone for 4 days. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Yep, 4 days. Okay. All right. That's all. I'll see y'all in 15 minutes. Maybe if I can find the start. Juju, I love it. Nice. Cheeseburgers sound amazing, actually. I'm going to go get me something to eat since the oatmeal that I ate at 11:30 is gone and I am hungry. I am going to call and chat with my mother while I go. Anyway, apparently Ron's plane is making some good time because they've actually, now they're going to arrive 10 minutes earlier than they were originally going to arrive. So I am going to go ahead and head out and go get me some food and then head to pick him up from the airport. I got a lot of things done, even though it doesn't look like I did. I like that I dotted that, but I did make some pages and read some more pages. I finished one book. And now I'm 42% of the way through the Kindle book, and I was at 37, I think, when I started. So that's not bad. It's 283 pages, and I'm on page 118 in that book. Things are picking up. It's about three sisters, and we kind of go back and forth on all their POVs, but it's mostly about one sister over the other. So I don't know. Anyway, Benny just finished his 15 minutes of knitting, and how many? 14 socks he made. So I think that we can actually do some kind of decorating. Let's see what I can afford. Yeah, I have 100 socks and it's 75 for this. So I'm doing all of mine lo-fi dark. So I'm going to add this as under window decoration. It's a guitar. And y'all probably can't see it, but I can't get this loaded up any better. Anyway, it's the guitar set with the whatever shelf. Oh, that's 150. Because I want the lo-fi dark, they all cost more. So I can't get that yet. Let's see if I have enough money for curtains. I'm sure that I do not. No, those are 300. Okay. So I guess I'm going to be saving up a little bit more because that one's 150. So it looks like the next thing I will get is the guitar. I just have to save up 50 more socks. So it doesn't take long to get them when I remember to turn the thing on. So that is it. Bye, Marie and Nikki. Thanks for hanging out. I hope that y'all have a good night or morning or day or whatever time it is for y'all. I will probably be back in the morning. Ron is off tomorrow, so I might hang out with him in the morning and then come stream a little bit later than I usually do on Fridays, but that's one of the reasons I wanted to stream today in case I don't get to. Bye, Andy. Thanks for the reminder about the app that I own and just haven't used, but I will see y'all probably tomorrow, possibly not, but probably tomorrow. Yes, right? Yes. Okay.